Hi, I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. Love is in the air. Well, at least love for Valentine's crafts. So I want to go back and revisit some of the ones that I think you would really enjoy. Let's get started. I'm Miriam Joy and welcome to my studio. Today we're working on a little heart Valentine's ornament, and on this one I have a little rose, and we're going to show you how to do that today. I picked up these little hearts from Hobby Lobby, and there was 12 in a little heart container. So any heart thing that you have, you can do it on. You can do it on a little board ornament, any red Christmas ornaments, anything like that would work. But I thought the hearts were really cute, and I really liked those. So what we're going to do is we're going to be doing the wax technique. If you're not familiar with my wax technique, go to my website at miriamjoy.com. There's an MJ video. Click on that link and take you to my YouTube site. And the first video to pop is the how to do the wax technique, and it'll walk you through that process. Now I'm going to be using white, and white is the one color that needs stirred a little bit more. I am using my Zero tool, and this is white Crayola crayon that we're using as wax. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my dot, and then I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to pull it up the side just to get a little bit less wax. So we do that first stroke there, and then we're going to come in and do that second stroke, and then one more for the third stroke right there. Now, if by chance you don't like the way that looks, be careful with your hobby knife taking it off. It'll scrape a little bit, so you may want to get something softer like your credit card type of, I always use hotel keys, or your fingernails. I hate to use my fingernails. Mine get so destroyed so bad. So I'm going to go ahead and use the same one for my stem. And you can jump up a tool size if you think you need to. And then I'm going to pull my leaves off to the side there. And see how simple that really was? I'm going to do some dots on the other side just to kind of brighten this up. And then I'm going to show you one more. We'll do a swirl one ornament. They just go together so fast and they're so simple. Think about your co-workers or people like that that just make their day an extra special, that they might not normally get anything, and you can do that for them. Now I'm going to see if I can do this guy upside down. We're just going to pull some swirls around this, and I'm just using white because white's a really good color on this red. And we'll just see how we can do here. And there's all kinds of ways you can do it. You can do your whatever design you think of. We also have some Valentine patterns at miriamjoy.com, so check those out to help you with that if you need just a couple of more ideas. People have also used these for their wedding favor. So if you're getting married and you need some ideas, you can think about that as well. And we put a descending dot on the very top, and see how simple that went on. Just remember, when you're doing each stroke, you're running out of wax, so you need to reload each time. Now these dry very fast, and we're going to go ahead and put our coating on this, and we're going to use the 3D crystal lacquer. And this is just a real good heavier coating to keep that on, because the plastic is not quite as absorbent. And I'm just going to put my lacquer right on top. You want enough but not too much. Now another trick I do is my brush is damp but not wet. I've dampened it, and what that does is it keeps the lacquer from absorbing into your brush because it's already got the water into it. So it just kind of lets it distribute among your project instead. It is better to underwork the lacquer instead of overwork. You just kind of want to spread it around, and I probably should be using that new little Mod Podge brush. That works really well. Now these get shinier when you cover them, so if you want to do both sides, go ahead and do both sides. If you need to let one dry, or if you have a hanger, you could do both sides. Let's see how that's got a different. I just picked halfway and kind of tried to stay within the lines as I was doing it. You want enough lacquer on there that your lines don't really show. Use an old brush, but one that's not real coarse. I probably should retire this guy for this one. But you don't want the brush lines to show at all. It doesn't take too long for this to dry. And if you wanted to put another coat on there, if you thought it needed it, you could do that as well. And if your 3D lacquer gets too thick, and I haven't really ran into that much, you can water it down just a tad. But we have that on all nice and neat. I think these would be really cute with a ribbon on top, and I thought about taking a tree and making a heart tree, which really would make a cute centerpiece as well. So there's a lot of fun things you could do with these. So take the basic idea and build on it. If you need any of the 3D lacquer or other wax products, jump over to miriamjoy.com. Thank you for joining me today. God bless.